Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey Show.
In this video, we're going to discuss some recent and upcoming movies.
Is the Mole Man getting wicked with Nutcrackers? Stick around.
All right, guys, so this is going to be a little bit more of our kind of an old school video. We're going to have some discussion about some different movies that we've either seen or intend to see. So the first one is the Hulu release of Nutcrackers.
Yeah, it was the Ben Stiller movie that we had recently watched the trailer for.
Yeah, it came out like a week or so after that.
Yeah, although it probably came out by the time... maybe a couple days after you.
I think it was maybe like the day after I released it.
You edited that video pretty quick and got it up. So
either way, the movie's out now. You can check it out on Hulu or Disney Plus if you have Hulu with it.
Yep.
So starring Ben Stiller and cast of 4 young brothers that actually are brothers in real life.
Yeah, I didn't know that till after I'd watched the movie, and I'd heard that, and I kind of looked it up, and sure enough, yeah, they're all actual brothers. So the story of this movie, without giving too much away, I think it's kind of outlined in the trailer, but these 4 boys, their parents die, and Ben Stiller is their uncle, and he has to come take care of them for a short time while they try to find them a foster family. And it's kind of your typical, it's kind of by the book as far as like how this plays out, sure. What you'd expect, almost like not quite as bad as like a Hallmark movie.
But it is a holiday family movie essentially, you know, with a little bit of more somewhat adult humor.
Takes place Christmas time also, so it's kind of that typical formulaic,
and the whole Nutcracker thing because of the whole play that the mom had like a dance studio.
Yeah, that's one thing they don't really discuss in the trailer, is that their mom had a dance studio. She did ballet, and that's where the whole Nutcracker thing comes in, the famous ballet Nutcracker. And but honestly, I watched it with almost all my family. I think one of our kids wasn't there, but the other 3 boys were there, and like they all were laughing, thought it was pretty fun and humorous. Had some good heartfelt moments. But I thought the banter with the brothers and like the random things they were saying, it felt really organic and natural, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they probably did, like we were talking about before. They probably did a lot of takes where they just let the boys kind of do their thing and just be silly and you know, be them. That's why they were cast for the role, you know. Yeah,
for sure. I think having that that, you know, intimate knowledge of each other and that comfort with each other, especially when you're dealing with younger actors. The 2 younger boys in this are twins. I'm not sure exactly how old. I didn't look up their age, but I'm guessing they're like 10ish, somewhere in that range. But, you know, you get young kids like that. It's hard. They have to deliver lines on cue and stuff, but they did a great job in this, and they were funny.
There's some creepy parts with Junior and some characters.
Yeah. But overall, if you're looking for something fun to watch as a family, that's not too serious, but has some good heartfelt moments and some good comedy, I would recommend it.
Yeah. If you got the subscription, you don't have to pay anything extra. So check it out.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think it works perfect for a service like Hulu. If this was in the theater only right now, I probably wouldn't say, go take your whole family out to the theater, go spend $100+ to go see this. Probably not worth that kind of experience, but to be able to just turn it on at home if you already have the service and watch it, I definitely would recommend that kind of a night.
Same. Highly recommend it if you get a chance to check it out.
Yep.
Let us know if you guys have seen it. Let us know in the comments what you thought of it.
Yep. All right, guys, so the next movie that we're going to discuss, I guess I'll be doing a little more of the talking for this one, since I saw it and you haven't yet, right?
Not yet.
Is Wicked. This is a movie that, you know, is based on a musical that's based on the story of The Wizard of Oz. And if you're not a fan of musicals, maybe this isn't for you. But that being said, if you're a fan of cinema, if you appreciate good storytelling, good cinematography, good directing, good acting, I'd definitely recommend it. My wife and I have seen the play, and we both really enjoyed the play, although it's not our favorite. We still really enjoyed it, and she was really excited to see it. She definitely likes the play more than me, but I do enjoy musicals and stuff, so I for sure wanted to check this out. And it was excellent. I mean, the performances from the actors, of course, the singing, you know, it's going to be good. Is it Cynthia Erivo? Is a Tony Award winning, you know, like she does Broadway and stuff, you know, she's phenomenal as a singer. Ariana Grande is like phenomenal as a singer. I think she surprised the most people because her acting was excellent in this. She was really good. Her comedic timing, everything was really good. But she comes from an acting background, so it didn't surprise me. She's done
she's
TV
great
shows.
In Sam and Cat, I love that.
Yeah,
show.
see, I never watched that, but
I
I am familiar with her doing that. Was that a Disney one?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, she came from Disney.
But she also, like, if you've seen her on like SNL and stuff, or just doing like skits like on Jimmy Fallon, like she's always really, really funny. And so her comedic timing didn't surprise me at all. Her acting chops didn't surprise me. But just overall, her complete performance really kind of, I don't want to say it steals the show, because Cynthia Erivo was amazing as well. But Ariana Grande as Galinda, like, she has probably more screen time and more lines than Elphaba, the other main character, and they're essentially both leads in this.
Well,
and
literally the posters, them looking at each other.
Yeah. But they'll probably both be nominated for Oscars, and I'm pretty sure one's gonna end up being nominated. Probably Cynthia Erivo will be nominated for Best Leading Actress, and Ariana Grande probably for Supporting. But it probably should both be nominated for Best Lead, in my opinion. But I think we'll see probably nominations for cinematography, for directing, maybe even Best Picture, soundtrack, costume design. Like, they're gonna get a lot of nominations for this movie. So that's why I say, even if you're not a fan of musicals, but you appreciate good cinema, you can enjoy this movie still. I mean, there's definitely a lot of musicals, don't get me wrong. So if you like despise musicals, maybe it's not for you. But if you're okay with musicals and you just really enjoy good movie making, I definitely recommend it.
My daughter really enjoyed it, and like, she told me if I didn't want to go watch it by myself, she would go with me because she would see it again. And plus, there is going to be a part 2 of it coming out next year.
There is, right? Yeah. That's obviously, if you don't know, that's something you should know going into it, because like my wife didn't know for Dune. She didn't know it was going to be a multi-movie series. So the end of the Dune part with the newer Denis Villeneuve Dune, when that ended in the theater, she was like, what? Like, no. And so this is kind of the same thing. If you don't know that going into it, kind of sucks, because this movie ends exactly where the intermission is in the play. So it's a good stopping point, because that's exactly how it plays out also in the musical. So, yeah.
Nice. I'll definitely check it out. I just don't know when, but I'll definitely try to see it while it's still in theaters.
Yeah. I honestly would go see it again myself, but the holidays are so hectic. Like, there's so many things going on the weekends, and
there's other movies that are coming out that you might want to watch instead of watching that again first.
Yeah, there are other movies. That's part of the problem. And some of the movies I want to see, I'm not saying I was going to see Red One, even though I wasn't like super hyped about it. I enjoyed it. I like the
we
cast.
Didn't put that on here, but I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. But I had to cancel our reservation. We had too much stuff going on. I think we're going to see Sonic 3. I think that's right before Christmas.
The 20th, I think.
Yeah, I think we're seeing it on the 21st. That's another one that, like, I want to see. I'm sure it's going to be good, but I'm like, do I really need to go to the theater to see it? There's so much going on. But as of right now, I've got reservations for that one. The Lion King comes out. Or yeah, Mufasa. That one. There's just a lot right now. And
that one looks pretty good because it's a whole new story. It's not just a retelling of the Lion King animated. So that's kind of cool, getting the backstory of Mufasa and Scar, or Taka, or whatever his actual name is.
I mean, my point though is that to justify going to see another movie a second time, I'm sure it's
not Deadpool and Wolverine,
which I didn't see twice either.
I saw 5 times.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely like Deadpool more than me. I like Deadpool a lot, but we're getting off track. But my point is, I don't have time during the holidays to see Wicked a second time in the theater. But if I did have more time, didn't have other movies coming out, other family things going on, holiday events and stuff, I would go see it again. It's that enjoyable. So anyways, I highly recommend it. If you get a chance to go check out Wicked, go do it. If that sounds like something you're interested in.
If you did see it, let us know what you thought.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, guys. So the next one is Gladiator 2, which I saw you have not seen as of yet.
I have not.
It has some mixed reviews, and as far as how good it was, but I enjoyed it very much. Definitely not as good as the original. Like the original is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Many people, I've had so many friends of mine, not so many, but a few people that have told me that's their favorite movie of all time, Gladiator.
I see that.
It's really good.
Every time if that's just on TV randomly, I'll watch it. It's really good. I've been trying to get Cameron to watch it. He's never seen it. That's my oldest son, if you're unaware. But yeah, it's an excellent movie, and it's so hard to top a classic like that. It's just a phenomenal movie. So
it doesn't top it, but it is a very good movie. And if you get a chance to check it out and you like the first movie, I think hopefully you'll like this one. It's got it's got almost like pretty consistent action. So It's hard not to enjoy something like that.
The cast is pretty amazing in this.
There's an amazing cast. I mean, Denzel Washington's really good in it, which he's an amazing actor, but I wasn't sure what to think of him in this role at first, but he does a great job at, I don't want to spoil anything, because it is still out in theaters, but I really enjoyed it. A lot of good action.
We have a couple of Fantastic Four cast members in this as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got Pedro
and Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn are both in it and both excellent in their roles.
Joseph Quinn, I haven't seen this movie, so I can't say how he is in this, but everything I've seen him in so far, he's been excellent. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Stranger Things.
Paul Mescal, who is, his son, I can't remember the blank on his name. Maximus's son. He was in talks to play Johnny Storm at one point.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. Like either way, it would have been one of the Johnny Storms with Reed. But it's a really good movie. I highly recommend checking it out if you can, especially in theaters.
So I had heard that there's already plans. There were plans before it came out, so we'll see how it does in the box office overall and see if it justifies a third movie. But I did hear that Ridley Scott already has some pages written for a third movie. I don't know if they leave it set up for that, and I don't want you to spoil anything. But
Ridley Scott, he makes some really good movies. So if you like Ridley Scott, I think you'll like this movie.
He makes good movies, but he also has some not great movies. So
again, I'd say this is his best.
Yeah, for sure. I think I heard a stat earlier today that in the last 10 years he's directed 8 movies. So that's a lot for 10 years. Anytime you're pushing out that quantity of content, you're going to have some hits and misses, I think. But like you said, it's had a little bit of mixed reviews. I've heard good things. I've heard other people saying it's a little slow or that, which is interesting because you said it was really action packed.
I thought that there was parts, that where there's dialogue and stuff. It's not constant action, but it's pretty close in between each scene where there's a lot more action. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
the trailers look good. It's kind of interesting, exciting to see the Coliseum again.
Yeah, and some of the deaths are pretty brutal.
Yeah,
and now they have better effects and stuff. So I don't know. There's a cool. Not to spoil too much, but there's a pretty cool scene with the Coliseum where they add water. I think there's part of that in the trailer, maybe.
Yeah, and that's something that you almost never see depicted in movies. But I learned about that in elementary school. I remember them talking about how they used to have stage these ship battles and stuff in there, and
it's pretty cool.
Whether or not they actually had sharks and stuff in there, like I heard they did in this movie, I don't know if that happened really or not, but
who knows?
Pretty crazy. I'm sure it would be crazy and fun to see on the big screen. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you guys got a chance to check out Gladiator 2, let us know in the comments what you thought of it.
All right, guys. So right around the corner, we have Kraven the Hunter coming out.
Yep. Comes out next weekend from when we're filming this. And they released an 8-minute opening.
Yeah, it was the opening first 8 minutes of the movie, I believe, from the start through 8 minutes.
Yeah, neither of us have watched it, which is okay, but we're going to talk about it a little bit because we are, our excitement level for it is kind of, I am excited, but I'm also not excited because the
cautiously excited.
Yeah, the Sony movies haven't been the best when they're not involving Spider-Man. We've talked about this before.
Yeah,
but I think it has a lot of potential. The second trailer that came out more recently was really intriguing. I like the action.
Yeah,
Rhino looks okay. We'll see.
There were some people that weren't happy about the Rhino, but I think it looks fine.
Yeah.
To me, I don't mind it.
Big giant rhino, dude. I don't know what you expect. Yeah. It's better than the mechanical one.
Yeah, so we had briefly talked about that when the trailer came out that showed footage of him, and we were looking into some original art of him, and he's portrayed typically in a suit. And in this one, it appears that he like turns into the rhino, so it's like his actual skin. So I guess that's the complaint, is he doesn't look like the traditional. But I think we've seen that it could definitely be done where you can, modify to make things look more like, just look better in modern times. I think a big rhino suit would look ridiculous. And we saw the robot briefly. It was kind of cheesy.
Yeah. And so another thing that's kind of concerning is the fact that they only have 3,000 screens in the US playing this movie, which is considerably a lot less than previous Spider-Man universe films.
Yeah. I mean, that could be due to their concern for how it's going to perform and not wanting to invest a lot of money, or it could just be because how the past movies have performed that theaters don't want to put in a lot of their movies. That's what that whole event is that they do every year in Las Vegas, CinemaCon. It's like product houses or production studios going to this convention to pitch their upcoming movies to the theaters to get them to buy the access and the rights to play these movies. So, maybe there just wasn't a lot of interest with the past flops that Sony's had in the superhero genre.
Unless they surprise us, there's likely no Spider-Man in this as well, which we're not expecting.
I would be completely shocked and blown away if there was.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But, who knows? I mean, they are supposedly still, like we've talked about, setting up the Sinister Six, so maybe they'll have some of the other villains show up in this or something. I don't know, hinting at something with Spider-Man, hopefully Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I mean, Venom 3, mixed, right? You and I both kind of were like, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't as good as the first one, maybe a little bit better than the second one. But it wasn't great. It was fun. It was an entertaining movie.
Already coming out to streaming literally the day before Craven comes out in theaters. Maybe there's a reason behind that. I don't know. Maybe just because they want to get it so people can focus on Craven once.
Yeah, I don't think there's any tie-in with that at all, other than the fact that both characters are in the recent Sony Spider-Man game, right? That's like literally the only.
And they're both part of the same Spider-Man universe.
No, for sure. But are they in the movies though?
Supposedly, I think it's all part of the Sony Spider-Man universe. I don't know.
We don't know.
Don't know for sure. We're just speculating.
We don't know if Madam Web's part of that. We know Morbius is part of one that has Vulture in it. I think we determined it is the Vulture gets transferred from the 616.
That's what we think.
But he has different tech, so his wings are different and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, because he got transferred over and it was like in prison, right? And they were like, we don't know where this guy came from, so they released him. Mm-hmm. I think that's how it played out. Yeah. But we don't know for sure that those are in the same universe with Venom or with Craven or Madam Web.
I don't know. I hope that they explain some of that in this movie. I probably won't because it's more of his origin story, I think.
Yeah. I think at most we'll get an in-credit scene, which if they do an in-credit scene that ties in with any of those, they better do a better job than they have for past ones because they've been kind of bad. Honestly, even the No Way Home in-credit scene kind of like left us hanging because there's been no real follow-up other than a tiny bit in Venom 3 that really still didn't like.
I think that one is more set up for the fact that he's going to get the suit for Secret Wars or before Secret Wars, possibly. But we'll see.
I guess all is to say that our level of excitement for Craven is what? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I definitely want to see it, and I probably will see it in theaters.
Yeah.
But I'm not like going in like, this is going to be amazing. Yeah. Like I'm going in with low expectations, and I'm hoping that they're exceeded.
Yeah.
That's all I hope for.
The wife and I do have reservations to go see it. So I'll let you guys know after I do. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Maybe it's one that I'm just like really excited about, and it's worth doing a direct out of the theater review, which I haven't done in a while. But we'll see. But I am going to go see it, barring any unforeseen things that come up that make it, not feasible. But I do have tickets as of right now. So.
What is your guys' level of excitement? Are you planning to watch it in theaters? If so, let us know. All right, guys. So the final topic for today is going to be some Fantastic Four news. They finally finished wrapping. They did release some set photo or a wrap party photo, supposedly of Pedro Pascal and a mystery person whose face was covered.
Yeah.
A lot of speculation on who it might be. A lot of people think it's Robert Downey Jr., but then people like New Rockstars did a whole video about breaking down who they thought it was, and they think it's Yohan Griffin. Sorry, I can't
His
pronounce
name is
names.
not pronounced the way it looks.
No, I thought it was Ian, the way it was written.
Yeah.
So Yohan Griffith, who was Mr. Fantastic in the not original movies, because there was an original Fantastic Four movie, which I don't even know those cast area those people. Either. But in the more recent ones with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, who was in Deadpool and Wolverine, so he did mention Reed in that movie, which implies that maybe his version of Reed is out there somewhere. Yeah. And then they do have the Council of Reeds in the comics, so there's likelihood that they're going to show up at some point, even if it's not in the Fantastic Four movie, but maybe it is. Maybe they're going to have a version of the Council of Reeds before they jump to the 616, where they all meet up, talk about Galactus or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there were some other guesses as to who it might be that were kind of ridiculous. Like some people were saying Tom Holland, right?
Yeah, but the guy has like a scruffy,
doesn't
beard.
Even the little bit you could see of his face was like clearly not him.
It's kind of a more pointed chin too, which I don't know about Tom.
He also notably has a beard in front of him in this, right?
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. is sober supposedly.
Yeah. And Tom Holland as well. In fact, Tom Holland also has his own non-alcoholic beer company to help him get over
Bureau.
Bureau. And we're pretty confident, despite his face, that he wouldn't have it there in that cup, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so Tom Holland's out.
RDJ is possible, but not likely.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And people are saying it could be just a cast or crew member that just didn't want their face shown.
It's the lighting guy. He's like...
Yeah, he's there partying with Pedro, but maybe, I don't know, who knows, but I don't think they would release that photo if it was some random person.
Yeah.
And then they also had a photo with someone when they were shooting some scenes after or retakes or whatever. They were sneaking someone in. Like I was trying to find it to show you. Hopefully I can find it for the video. But they were sneaking someone in. He had like a jacket over his head. I know Eric talked about it in his video about like the shoes, and he was talking about the feet and everything. And that's kind of how he came up with the determination that he thought it was Yohan Griffith.
Okay.
A lot of speculation. Check that video out. I mean,
there's speculation. I'm sure that it was Robert Downey Jr. for that as well, right?
Not based off the originally. I think when they snuck him in, I think a lot of people thought it was.
Yeah. That's because everyone's like
he's going to be in the movie.
Eager to see
I'm
him.
pretty sure he's going to be in the movie, but there hasn't been any leaked photos of him on set, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense if he was to help set up everything for Doomsday, but we really don't know for sure when we're going to see him first. I imagine we'll see him before Doomsday, but
for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
If not Fantastic Four, which I think he will, it'll probably be in Spider-Man 4. Possibly, because we did read that thing that showed he was going to be part of the cast.
Yep.
Which that could change too. Who knows?
I think that's planning on coming out just before Doomsday, right?
Shortly before? I think so. And I read something saying that the release date for Spider-Man 4 actually got delayed to like December instead of like July.
There's a specific date. I don't know.
That you start filming by.
I think there's one that has to start filming by, but I think there's also one that has to be released by.
But I think the release date's much further out.
Okay.
I think
it's very possible,
the beginning film date is like they have to get started by a certain date or they lose their rights back to Marvel.
And clearly they're not going to let that happen.
No, they need...
It's a multi-billion-dollar property they own, so don't foresee them letting that one go back to Marvel anytime soon. They have too much power over Marvel with his having that character right. So
another potential spoiler, heads up.
This is a minor spoiler.
Literally a minor. No.
I know what you did there.
No, but some leaked photos of someone found the set underground in England or wherever they were filming that looked like it had stuff that said Subterranea, which heavily implies that Mole Man's going to be in this movie. We already had thought he would be, possibly played by Paul Walter Hauser. We're not sure exactly who's going to be playing him, but heavily speculated that Mole Man's going to be in the movie probably towards the beginning, I would guess. one of the villains that they're...
Is he the first villain that was in Fantastic Four?
In the Fantastic Four comics, yeah. It was Mole Man and a Giganto, I believe, is on the cover of that issue.
Okay.
But, we'll see. We'll definitely getting Galactus.
Yeah, it would make sense to introduce him that way as a kind of a nod to the comics and stuff, but not have him not necessarily be like a major villain.
Yeah, we still don't know for sure who John Malkovich is playing. He could either be like Puppet Master, we were joking, or he could be the father to Sue and Johnny. That, I think it's Franklin Storm. That's where Franklin Richards gets his name from.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to be born in this movie, supposedly. So that they could have him in it just to have
interesting.
Him.
I mean, that's cool, but like for me, I'd like to see them at their team and their prime. But like, if she's gonna be pregnant while she's running around fighting, it's gonna be tough.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what they do.
I don't know.
We'll see. And then she's gonna be busy taking care of a baby, and then she's gonna make Reed do it, so she can go out there and fight. So I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens.
Or they'll have Herbie take care of the baby.
That's possible. That's definitely possible.
I wonder who Natasha Lyonne's playing, because in the What If season 3, they made a character up for her called Birdie.
Oh yeah.
And so people are thinking maybe that she's playing a version of that in live action, but she could also be the voice of Herbie. I don't know. She's got that comedic kind of...
That's true. We don't know who's voicing him yet, right? Or
I thought it was going to be Paul Walter Hauser at first, but now I think it might be her. Maybe he might be a Mole Man.
Mole Man, yeah.
Well, we'll see. I'm sure we're going to get a lot more Fantastic Four news and leaks and stuff in the upcoming months as that comes out in summer, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Coming out soon. They're already done with filming it.
Yeah, they're done filming, and so now it's all just
quickly,
all the post.
We talked about another movie that's not on here, but we talked about another movie that just recently wrapped up filming for the DC universe.
Yeah.
Superman,
yeah. James Gunn's directing it, and it's his universe, right? So like him having good things to say, that's not a surprise, right? But he had like really good things to say about David Corenswet.
Yeah.
And after that, Frank Grillo, who plays Rick Flag, right?
Rick Flag, yeah.
If you're familiar with Marvel stuff, he was Crossbones in the Captain America movies and stuff, or Winter Soldier. Was he? He was in one other Civil War. Civil War, yeah. I wish I had the quote in front of me, but he was going on and on about how Corenswet embodies Superman, like he is Superman. He's talking about comparing him to he's like Cavill's amazing. I think he jokes around about how he was touched on the shoulder by God, and you made him just like an amazingly handsome guy and all this stuff. But Corenswet is he is Superman. He talks about how much he reminds him of the Christopher Reeves Superman, and
it looks amazing too. I mean, it's what I remember from growing up of Superman, especially with the trunks and everything too.
Yeah. So between the two of them, they're both essentially saying that we're going to be kind of blown away by the Superman movie, and specifically Corenswet's
This is
portrayal.
The first movie of the DCU. It's got to set the tone for where they're going with this. So I hope it is.
So I think they soft launched this animated show, right?
Creature Commandos,
yeah. And I believe Frank Grillo voices his same character in that animated series. So that's kind of like a soft boot of the DCU from what I understand.
Okay.
But as far as
the live action.
the first live action movie is going to be the Superman movie, so I'm excited for it. We both
comes out
really
this year
like
too,
James
right?
Gunn.
It's coming year.
It comes out 2025. I think it's
same as Fantastic Four, around the same time.
I think it's July.
I think they come out around the same time. No?
Yeah, I think similar.
Same month. I think that whole month of July is some big movies. So it'd be fun summer.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah, let us know. Are you excited for Mole Man? I mean, that's not it. Are you excited for Fantastic Four? Are you excited for Superman? Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you're looking forward to. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the Doug and Corey Show.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a marvelous day.
Jacket did a thing briefly again. I haven't been really watching it closely, so I don't know. It's probably been doing it the whole time.
Maybe we'll find out when I start to edit it.
Let us know. Is there some sort of weird light
project
spirit.
something on his jacket. Something cool.
We'll see. It is green, but it's like an olive green or an army green. I don't even call it, but it's green, but not that green. I mean, not that orange and blue lighting thing behind us.
All right, guys.
The that. I clicked on the that. Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Court. No.
It's not. What is it called?
No, it is that. I could tell I already like put the words like into one. The Doug and words like it wasn't very.
So your jacket changing the lighting again?
Why?
I don't know.
It's concerning.
Because it is green.
But look, I just did it again.
You are Venom.
It's like it's going through like a shadow.
Maybe it's a
what the? If it stays
on camera, that's funny.
If it stays dark, that's fine. But it just looks weird. Like it literally looks like.
Don't move. Maybe it's just the lighting just enough is getting blocked by the phone.
If I breathe, it might move.
All right, go ahead.
It might be funky for the video. I apologize.
I will never wear a jacket again. Not just in the video.
Wow. Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey show.
In this video, we're going to talk. Nope, I'm not ready. Apparently,
we're not going to talk.
We're not going to talk about. We are going to talk.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey show.
In this video, we're going to discuss some recent and upcoming movies.
Is Mole Man getting wicked with Nutcrackers?
Stick around.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey show.
In this video, we're going to discuss some recent and... Nope, I didn't like what I said discuss.
Okay. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey show.
In this video, we're going to discuss some recent and upcoming movies.
Is the Mole Man getting wicked with the Nutcrackers?
Stick around.
I said the Nutcrackers, but it's technically just Nutcrackers, right?
Yes. But yes, he is, to answer your question.
We'll do one more where I just try to say Nutcrackers instead of the Nutcrackers. So that's like title correct.
Sure,
I'm putting a character from one movie in with titles of two others, but it's fine. It's fine. This is fine, right?
It's not.
Right?
It's on fire behind us. This is fine.
This is fine. You're going to put that in there, right? Okay, cool. Oh, geez. No, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
This is fine.
This is fine. Okay, one more take, yeah?
Sure.
No?
No, I liked it. I was laughing because it was funny.
I know. That's fine. That's the one. That's the take.
Sure.
All right, let's move on from there.